It's been a crazy couple of sessions in the Underdark. The Angel of Death has had his fill these past couple sessions. Having stumbled into the nest of a group of wretched, blood-worshipping, flesh-eating cultists, you have had to stand your ground or be cut down more times in the past 24 hours than for some of you in your entire life. Every new enemy has been another case study of madness, and all of them have been frustratingly human and totally insane. Uh, all that you know right now about these things is that they are people who worship some sort of devil, deity, some sort of fiendish thing from an ancient war fought on Eberron. The thing goes by the name Rak Tulkesh and is known as a Lord of Blood. Its followers can conjure gnarled, rusted weapons from somewhere. Or maybe they're not conjured at all. Mac did a few tests on them. The,
Sorry,
oh, no.
the music bot. Just decrease the volume.
Mac ran a few tests on these weapons. They didn't seem to have conjuration magic binding them, which means, well, it's hard to say what that means. Uh, it, well, I know what it means, haha. But it is notably peculiar. So these strange people have access to strange magic and have said only for themselves blood and iron. Last session, after fighting a handful of these cultists, cleaving through swarms of them at times, y'all reconnected with a group of stragglers, hostages who were kept in pens, some of whom were old members of the Order of St. Jude, and others of whom were simply unfortunate. Reconnecting with this group, y'all marched them unwittingly uh, into another small camp on your way towards the heart of the thickness. Based on the alarm bell that was positioned in the small outpost that y'all just finished tearing through, it appears as if some sort of larger force might be ahead. But before we could get there, Dravik opened the bag, ready for another breath eating spree, and ready to put in some bodies. And in the bag, he fought some horrid invisible force. It had anatomy, and it was tangible, but the anatomy was strange. There were too long torsos and too many limbs, and in the wrong places, heads in meaningless station. And eventually, Dravik ceased to fight it and simply left. Curse, not realizing Dravik was safe or, well, not safe, but not realizing Dravik was alone in his bag, Curse entered the bag as well and found a bar and a cozy one at that, and an empty table of cards with a dealer at its top. Perhaps hours of blackjack later, Curse had a conversation with with the dealer and left the bag for now. And so, the two of them out of the bag, little guy having, and little guy and Edwin, I should say, having looked through the tower. There is a moment where y'all are free to sit with the blood that is on the ground around you and the people that sit by y'all's side, whether they be new friends or old. Dravik and Edwin, I believe, when last we checked, were having a conversation. But I want to open the floor right now to Teos. Teos, and Dravik, I'm sorry, did you take all of the bodies and put them in the locker?
It was like 2, so I think there should still be one out there. Yeah.
There is still one out there. Teos, there is a body, Jake chilling on the ground, but 2 of the others have gone missing. Whether you clocked that Dravik took them into the bag is up to you. There is a small fortification in the corner of the room that little guy found some belongings in, among which he conjured an enormous maul and crushed a holy symbol. Well, so not a really holy symbol. And Edwin also is looking through the place. So, what are you up to?
What exactly has happened since last time I was here? Like,
Uh,
did we keep fight? Did people keep fighting through the place that we were in?
yes,
Like what?
we are headed further into cult territory, and have we're presently at a smaller outposting of them, marked by an alarm bell.
Wait, that's already sounded correct.
It hasn't.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Because you held
Thanks
it.
thanks to some
Right.
good thinking from Dan and
That's right.
and well, the whole party to some degree. Y'all have stopped that bell from being rung.
So in other words, we're just waiting till push further. That's it.
Yeah,
Push further,
it looks
explore
like
more. There doesn't look to be any more. There's more pathways.
there are none in this room except back to the pens where y'all went, and
Right.
there's another one, a well-worn path that leads back to the first room that y'all entered after Yeah, the first major combat in the outpost.
And I'd probably just wait for people to be done looking. I have no need to look if everyone else already has. We're essentially done in this room. I'm planning to head deeper, so I would just simply wait to head deeper. I have no need to anything else.
Okay, awesome. Mac, is there anything you're scanning for? You've checked for magic items.
I have.
There were no items.
Mm,
Nope. There was a scroll that belonged to the drow.
right. And little man has it.
Little guy has it.
Little
Awesome.
guy has it. Yep. Little guy has it. I don't know that he has it too.
You did detect magic, so you would be able to see it on his person.
Great. That's fine. I don't need the scroll yet. I'd rather have that interaction with little guy.
Okay.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not looking for anything else. Mac is still trying to piece together the exact nature of the magic, because he's still confused about the whole the blood metal,
Okay.
and everything, and he's also combing through his head, the lady's healing magic, of like,
Okay.
yeah, he's he's almost distracted by it, actually, which is maybe why he didn't find anything. Actually, he's actually distracted by the fact that, yeah, at least
Yeah.
in the Enlightenment period of D&D, scientists thought that yeah, like alchemy and like other forms of sort of pseudosciences were coming about, and calling them religious magic or divine magic and everything. And so he's actually suspecting that there's actually some validity to the practices that he didn't deem as quite magic, but yeah, he's
Yeah.
questioning that.
Mac's gonna fall in love with her.
Come on.
That'd be awesome. All right. You obviously, whenever you're lost in thought, thinking questions, you can feel something in the back of your head offering you an answer.
Yeah.
It's watching.
And I don't entertain her.
Yes.
Not yet, you don't. So, yeah, if not that, you said you're particularly curious about the nature of this metal.
Yeah, I did. I
Okay.
did do. I did take a sample of the blood and the metal. Like I have a sword that I picked up. And whenever there is free time to begin studying it, I would be. So
That's a good observation, actually, that you have not seen any normal person's blood melt this metal. I don't think we've seen an example of that. We have seen the cultist's blood melt it, but not anyone else's.
Think my hand at the beginning.
Your hand was covered in blood
Oh, right.
from them, but also yours. So,
Fair.
you know, fighting with your knuckles tends to,
time to use the scientific method here.
well,
Edwin.
I cut off his arm.
Did someone say hand of Vecna?
hey Dan, can I ask your permission to put an item in this?
The hand of Vecna has already made an appearance. Sorry. But the eye is still yet to be determined where.
Does Mac take the item? How many days out of 10?
No, Mac, it's his power source. Is the Eye of Vecna? Is Mac's
eight,
power source?
8 out of 10. He takes it.
Honestly, I can see it. Yeah.
Maybe 9.
Right now.
10. Hey, guys. Anyway, yeah. So are there any like tests or deductions that you want to make now? Do you think it's a good idea to press onward? Are there any preparations we need to make?
No, I've already done at least the brief research that I can in this limited time. That I'm not I'm just not comfortable to spend the time that I want to study it. I think we need to press on even without the knowledge.
First, you just had a really wild experience inside Dravik's bag,
Yeah.
and he told you that was a meat locker.
Mm-hmm.
So
I didn't see any
I
meat
also
in
believe
the locker that I was in.
I believe like Dravik and Edwin's conversation sort of ended with, "Oh, I mentioned that
Where's the bag? Yeah.
Curse had just gotten out of the bag,"
Mm-hmm.
and we're like, "Oh, crap."
yeah.
Well,
So
and I believe, and I Curse it when he stands up. He's like crunched down, kind of sitting in front, and he put his cards in his bag in a more permanent position, and he picked up the bag, um, and he has it now. You guys know that Curse has it. At least Dravik and Edward does. And he was picking up daggers. Um, so he picked up a few daggers.
mhm.
So that's what he's up to. Probably being alone. Yeah, kind of doing this thing.
And Dravik, you and Edwin can see Curse like visibly lost in thought. Uh, quite clearly spending some time pondering this situation, having just experienced what he's experienced.
Right.
Any of y'all want to do anything about that?
Yeah, for sure. Going over.
Yeah.
Dravik's approaching. I think, yeah, like ask for your help, Edwin.
Yeah, I'm going.
And yeah, Dravik's going to approach Curse and just like, what happened? What did you see?
And he takes one of one of the daggers that he just recently picked up. You startle him, and he's like, "Oh, sorry." He kind of cleans it off, puts it along his hilt.
Edwin
what-
tells me that you emerged from the bag, but I did not see you. What happened?
Well, I saw you go into the bag, and I was curious about what was in there, so I looked in to see what was in there, and I was able to go in too, so I went in too, looking for you.
I did not see you in the meat locker. Where were you?
I don't know. When I came to my mind, I was in a different space. I was in a bar of some sort, looking for you, and I couldn't find you. Very strange. You said that this was a locker of some sort, right, Jaravik?
It has always been a locker.
I
was
didn't
a place
see
that
any
let me
locks or meat of any kind.
Where is it right now? Where's the
Um,
bag?
It's in a safe space where no one can find it.
It is dangerous.
I cast detect magic.
Yeah, you do. You know where the bag is. Only one magical bag-shaped object. It's on Curse's person.
Actually, there's two magical bags.
What?
Dun, 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 dun.
Have I been twisted?
Mhm.
Um,
I
Curse. You said you were in a bar. What happened? How did?
He kind of looks down at his dagger that he got. Um, I saw a bar. Um, I saw. I played some cards. I may have gotten distracted when I was in there.
Um, Sir DM, sir, would Edwin know drop or not know Curse enough to know that he's kind of a degenerate gambler?
I believe Volton has commented on it on a number of occasions.
Okay.
Basically, Curse's entire personality. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
Fair enough. I
Uh,
throw cards for a living.
I'm just gonna comment to Curse.
Yes.
Do you think it's the best idea that you hold that bag?
I never. I kind of thinking to himself. He's like, I didn't say anything about a bag. To him.
I know there's the bag.
Yeah, I know, but yeah, yeah. I think I need to learn more inside there. It was something. They know things that I don't want them to know, and I saw a
What do they know
creature.
that you don't want them to know?
I saw a creature in there. It was a red creature with horns coming out of its head. It was.
Is he just? I feel like Edwin thinks he might just be lying.
Insight check.
Yeah,
Yeah.
by all means, we can insight check all day. But ultimately, he is. Yeah, I'm gonna do that like I always do that. So
Got a
you tell
7.
you tell Adam what you roll, and Adam will decide if he thinks that's enough.
Mhm.
And
Rolled
Adam, don't
19.
feel tied to the rules. If you want them to know or want them not to know as
Sure.
like a narrative decision, feel free to make
Yeah.
that.
Okay. What,
Go ahead, Adam.
Mac? What did you get?
I got a 7.
You got 7. So you perceive that Curse is shook.
Yeah.
That's probably about it. Like you don't know if it's true or not, but you know that Curse is very um he's he's shaking, like visibly shaking, and his words are shaky, and um yeah. So and you probably don't know what is true and what is false, but you just get the understanding that um Curse is scared right now. Did anyone else roll insight?
I rolled a 19.
You rolled a 19. You know about um I think you know that Curse you you believe that Curse saw a red creature with long horns. Curse doesn't know what a devil is, but it's a devil. I
Okay.
presume Curse doesn't know what a devil is.
Um,
I feel like that's part of just like the common understanding.
Okay.
Like
Okay. Okay.
thing that makes deals, red skin, horns.
Okay. Yep. He saw a
I
devil.
think that would be part of his
You
influence.
believe that he saw a devil.
cool. Um,
When Telos comes back, I want to do something.
I, I think I ask her, what do I say? What do they know that you don't
Um,
want them to? What's that important that you need to go back?
I was not. I they know who I was, and I want to know why. I am not the person who I am now. I haven't been like this. I've been someone else before. And they know that for some reason, and I don't know why. That's what I want to find out.
Curse, you did this creature. Did it harm you?
Not physically.
Did it try?
No. Well, yes, there was an attempt, but it was easily avoidable. The words that he said and the comments that he made were much more mentally impactful.
Did he say anything that you did not already know about yourself?
No. He just questioned who I am.
And do you not do that every day yourself?
I tend to avoid that. It makes things simpler.
I'm not talking about your surface, I'm talking about deep down. Because what I saw, Curse, when I was down there was not what I usually see.
What did you see?
The reality is that the monster that I fought was of my own illusion. It was a manifestation of my true brokenness, and I wonder if this is the same thing for you. And I wonder if, do you really need to go back there? I have been there many times. Too many times to count.
While
And each-
while they're having this conversation, I stand next to Telos and I say, Telos, can you take the bag from Curse for me?
I know you're not going to cast Identify on that bag, Daniel.
Yeah, I can do that.
And I motion you to Curse to go take the bag from him.
Alright.
There is nothing more that you need to know in there. All it does is break you down until you are nothing but exactly what you saw in front of you.
Gravik, as you say
there.
that, your eyes drift to the corpse on the ground, and you can see a bite mark in its shoulder, and you can feel your fangs just in your mouth a little bit. Teos, what does it look like as you drift toward this, or just stomp outright?
Yeah, no, I thanks to the beautiful gift that you gave me, I now have a hood that makes it so I basically become a shadow. And with a 19 on die for stealth +5, I would like to basically just like he says, go get it, and I go, okay, and I just melt basically into the shadow, coming up behind him. I'll make a sleight of hand. I'd love to make a sleight of hand check, see if I can do this well. We'll see how it goes.
So first of all, Adam,
Yeah.
are you do you think that Curse sees Teos approaching?
No.
Okay,
No, it would be
go off
very
the top.
easy. It would be very easy because he's so distracted right now.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the sleight of hand check is very easy because he's distracted right now.
Yeah.
People questioning
I think-
him right now.
Like it's not
Even
it's
too, like,
yeah.
I'm more worried about getting close to him without being seen. When it comes to grabbing the bag, I don't care. Like if I needed to, I'd kick him to the ground to get the bag out. Like I don't care. I
But
just want to make sure I get there without him being like defensive. That's more what I wanted to worry about was like I just want to get close to him without him getting defensive, because then at that point, like I know I'm stronger than Curse. I ain't got to worry about that.
so
Yeah. And,
I would say that like I'm not saying that it's like his like because he's anxious that he's fidgeting a lot for his stuff, but he knows he's rough around the edges in general, so he's kind of so like I think that it would be relatively high to sneak something from him
A
normally,
sort of
but now
pickpockets
it's
are hard to pickpocket
yes,
situation.
but now it's probably
Is it a
like
succeed or not?
I don't know what he did for
Yeah, what's our sleight of hand here?
yeah.
Assuming you're trying to sneak
I'd
it
say
out
like
and not be forceful.
I'd say like
Which is
12.
22.
Yeah,
Sorry, 21.
yeah, easy. Easy.
It's like,
The barbarian has become of the rogue.
No, and probably no. This is probably what happens. This is gonna be really fun here. So as you go in, Curse is going to right when your hand comes out, Curse's hand goes in as he's having this conversation, and he pulls out these two decks of cards and says, "Phew, I don't want these cards. They mean too much to me. This is yours." And he hands both decks of cards to you, Dravik. One set is a metal set of cards, and the other set is a plain set of cards with one really, really ragged card within it.
Dravik and Edwin, you can probably see, being locked in conversation with Curse, y'all see Teos, this hulking figure, just slide in, pick a pocket, and a moment later, Curse's hand goes in and retrieves those decks of cards for you.
we're all just
What
like,
are you doing with the bag? And
I take it to Mag. I assume that's what he wanted.
yeah,
So-
Dravik and Edwin, is there anything y'all are doing
Uh,
about that?
my attention is clearly a little distracted. You might notice that, Curse, by the fact that I just saw that happen.
Mhm.
But, he's hesitant to just, like, leave the conversation quite yet, though he will probably go talk to them in a sec. Um, honestly, Edwin doesn't really want it either. He just doesn't want
Right.
Mhm.
people that have gone in before to have it.
Right. Safer that way. Same thing.
I,
Eyes go over. You can do your thing before we continue. I think any conversation.
I reach out my hand, waiting for Telos to give me the bag.
There you go.
And
Look inside there,
for
Dan. Look
no,
inside.
for whatever eyes that Mac has, actually, yeah, in his hologram, his eyes roll back, and he says, "You're clearly all too damn distracted by this damn thing. Have you not seen where we are? We are in the middle of the abyss. We need to get our heads out of the clouds, stop being so melodramatic, and we need to execute the plan."
Are you telling this to the group, like to the three of
Yes.
us too? Okay.
Yes. I have the attitude as if I just took your PSP away from a teenager.
Oh, wait. So you announced that you have the bag?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So then Curse goes, wait.
I'm like holding it up. I'm like, you guys aren't getting this back until we're back in the city. Until Belishira has been dealt with. This is clearly a distraction to you. It's
I
not
don't
that deep.
Back. If we can find a way to destroy it, that would be preferable.
Great.
All I will tell you is there is a devil in that bag. I think
I shake it. And I'm like, I don't hear anything.
look inside the
This is
bag.
clearly a bag of illusions.
No, take
Stop
a
playing
peek.
games.
There's nothing in the bag. It's a weird bag that has no bottom. I mean, take a look.
I am not entertaining your games. It is nothing but illusions. I have done the magic tests on it already. I have cast Identify. I have cast Detect Magic.
What is what?
It is merely a bag of illusions.
Is he bullshitting right now?
Yeah, did he actually cast?
I'm
Like,
gonna
can I
roll an
insight?
check.
Yeah, can I insight that? Because like,
Yeah, sure.
Rolled a 2.
I think it's hard to insight a robot, and
That's
especially
true.
like just
I
so
I rolled an 11 on Deception.
okay.
That's higher than me.
6.
2.
I have cast Identify
Yeah,
on it. It is
that's
simply a
time,
bag of illusions. Looking here and here is nothing but distracting us from precious time in getting to the city. Can't you see that there's been plenty of blood spilt? If we don't get to safety, if we don't get back to some civilization, we will die out here. I am low on resources. I am low on health. This is not a place for a ragtag group like us. Now let's get to the city. Is everyone in agreement?
Kirsch will draw his kapash, whatever his blade with that's dipped in blood metal. He'll flip up a dagger, offhand it with his offhand, and walk.
Are y'all heading toward the last room down, or are you getting out of here?
Let's go one more room.
Okay. 1 second. I might have some stuff. Oh,
We got
so
some.
fun fact, when I opened my computer to get here, do you hate me? Okay. There we go. I don't know if any of y'all heard that. If y'all want to head into Foundry, I believe I have activated the scene.
I can roll.
Pardon me.
Bless you.
Thank you. It's very kind of you.
Mac, as we're walking to the next room, Dravik does pull you aside and, like, look, Mac, I fully support everything you just said, but I know that this is not just a bag of tricks and sightseeings. And so I ask that when this is all over, that we find a way to destroy this. Illusions did not ruin my entire life. This is something deadly. And you should keep a hold of it as probably the most responsible member. Maybe not responsible, but the least emotional and attached. But I do not appreciate being lied to. And I'm going to walk away.
Tom, can you turn off the thunder in Foundry?
I did not turn off the Thunder and Foundry. Is that what's happening?
Yep.
Boom.
I just turned it all the way down.
Well, it's gonna be applicable for all of us. So it's just better if he stops it.
It truly is. What is the Thunder, and how do I stop it?
Left side or right side column, there's a little music called playlist.
Playlists, right?
And then-
Violent Thunderstorm. Stop.
Bingo.
Okay. That should be taken.
Strahd's not here. Maybe. I don't know.
He is no
List.
longer.
Wow.
He's the ancient,
Violent-
he is the land.
The Violent Thunderstorm ambiance, for the record, is rad. But not super sensible underground.
You mean there's no thunderstorms in the Underdark? What are you talking about?
Are not thunderstorms in the Underdark.
Are there ever flash floods from the surface? Like if it rains really heavily, does it all like come down at some point?
Like Bug's Life.
Yeah. It'd be kind of fun. It'd be interesting. It'll be a good time. I regret all my words.
The Underdark is, in fact, notoriously moist. So there
Yeah,
is
we're getting rusty over here.
Ooh.
Yeah, robot. Keep talking.
So, as you all trudge into this,
Blingden Stone is activated, by the way, not any
oh
battle
my
map.
goodness, silly me. Can only one of them be activated at a time? I've
Yes,
always
there we go.
felt rather silly. I never knew what the answer to that was.
Ah, hell.
Oh boy.
Regardless,
We're dead. We're so very, very dead.
Nah, we ain't dead.
So dead.
Nah.
y'all stride into another large clearing. This one may be the largest you've seen so far. And on sort of, I don't know, hilltop, the center of the clearing,
No freaking way that.
burns some kind of fire. You can see the glow, but you can't quite see the smoke. Something is burning firelight red atop that hill or whatever it is. The peeps, I guess common folk that y'all were bringing with you are out in another, or are out in the last room, I should say. And I am not Eos in the scene. That was very silly of me. In a moment. Okay. Now we have Teos, but he's at the back of the group, which is equally silly.
Just so
Alright.
funny, you know.
I think I'd like to stay in the back this time and let everybody else do all the work. I think that's
No,
a good
no,
plan.
no.
Kurt,
No,
Okay,
Curse,
great.
no.
Curse frustratedly is the first one in.
Oh.
Okay. So y'all can see cultists wandering around. And in addition to those cultists, you can see two things. First is at the top of this hill, a figure in black armor with flame decals on it, and like dark flame that goes to red at the tips. The figure carries a sword of dark fire and has a shield with no insignia on it, but a pair of horns.
Mac begins to leak oil.
He appears similar to the guy y'all fought in the last room, but you can see under his helmet just two sort of burning spheres pointed out at y'all, and a hollow laugh ring forth from the metal helmet.
See Ghost Rider.
He's straight up Ghost Rider. Always has been. And you can see another knight, like the one that y'all fought in the other room, who was like a huge problem. In addition to that, y'all can see like a handful of cultists scattered about. So,
Tom, who are these guys up here?
are these guys up here? These are the Knights of the Order that are here at your service.
Nice.
So
Meat shields.
each of y'all feel free to pick one of them, and they'll share your initiative. They will move on your turn, and they will do stuff as you wish.
Nice.
I think so too.
Curse. Well, I can take one. I don't need to take one though. I know there's 5 of us and only 4 people there.
If I may, I'd almost rather one of the spellcasters.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Taking a guy.
Yeah, I don't need one.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Is that you, Gawain?
Uh, my reputation precedes me.
Yeah, your reputation
Good
of being a
afternoon.
little bitch.
Your woman's latest pupil. Yes.
What was that, Tom?
Your Vulcan's latest, well, his pupil, and the rest is
We tell what these guys are doing.
victims. As Teos shouts up to Gawain, they stand at attention. The cultists grin ear to ear in anticipation of battle to come, and begin to ready themselves. You can see them like psyching themselves up. Some of them are like beating their breasts or like carving into their skin. And Gawain is simply standing atop the hill.
When he says, you're these people, I'll go, yeah, buddy, I'm nobody's pupil. I'm the angel of death. Wings pop out. And I'm ready to go.
Take
I'm ready
him
to
alive.
go, man.
Volton,
Yeah, baby.
I would like to see
Okay.
him.
I
Do we know
am
Gawain?
gonna have us roll initiative.
From Volton.
I'm skeptical we'll
bad
even
friend.
get a single round of combat in, but I would like to roll initiative and kind of get that legwork out of the way. Just so that when we do end up,
Bad time to roll nat 20.
not so bad a time. It was narratively perfect.
It wasn't.
That's true. That is true.
Okay, Travis.
24.
Ooh.
Rolled a 19 on die, baby. Come on.
Edwin.
I got a nice dirty 20.
Wow.
You're darn right.
Okay, first.
7.
There we are. That's what I'm talking about.
Now there's
Natural
the party
3.
order.
Yep.
Mac.
10.
Okay. Buddy, I'm nobody's pupil. If that's not the most enough talk, let's fight you've ever heard.
Someone do it. Someone
You,
do it. Someone do
Thomas.
it.
Thomas is getting it.
Thomas is already on it. I saw it.
Let's fight. Talk. Let's fight.
That's funny.
I know, Thomas, you said you have a little more than an hour.
I probably got like another 10-15, but I should probably take off after that. So
Okay, great. Then we will do first round of combat. And fortunately, I'm going to have Teos, Stravik, and Edwin in cluster 1. Teos, Are you kind of are you whipping out wings and whipping toward the bad guy? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, he does.
Okay. I will
Um,
allow you because I think it's cleaner that way to whip out your wings and rage as the same bonus action.
Thank you so much. I was just gonna ask.
I'm very kind, GM.
That's what we like to see.
Very generous and merciful.
Yes, absolutely.
Remember that.
I will.
Yeah. How about you take some attacks?
Yeah, am I able to get to him? Are we saying that?
Sure.
You got wings,
Perfect.
bro.
I got wings. Yeah, oh yeah. Technically, it says I'm only
Wings.
25 feet away, so yeah, I can do
He's
that.
got wings, bro.
Sweet. I got wings, bruh. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, and what do these wings look like?
They are like your typical angel wings, like white feathered. Like they're very beautiful, like just gorgeous. And they have like a hint of a glow to them, so they almost look like they might not be fully real, like they are but aren't at the same time. That'll be a 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
That'll do, Donkey. That'll
That'll
do.
do.
Okay, I gotta find what the heck this is. Sorry, I always forget this thing every time. Where is it? There it is. Uh, 15 points of damage on the first attack.
Wicked.
The second attack will also hit, and
Yeah.
that'll be 15 more points of damage. Nope.
Okay.
17 more points of damage, my bad.
Awesome.
Come on.
Just. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Dravik and Edwin. You two are next to act. Edwin, would you or Dravik, would you like to act first, or would you like to let Edwin?
Let's do a little tandem action in a sense of I just look over at you, Edwin, and keep the others off us. And I'm gonna take off. I'd like to direct the soldiers, if all the other martial characters are fine with it, to basically have two go to the right, two go over and two go down. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna cut off like all those
Not
cultists.
like
Yeah. So
like this kind of
we're
situation.
gonna have So two of them are gonna pair up, and then two of them are gonna go down here. With their movement, just to like act as basically like defense. They're gonna try and carve their way through. And Edwin, I basically just ask you to, keep those cultists off while we
Sure.
go. I am then going to take off in a run, and get up over here because I have a beautiful climbing speed.
Yeah, you
and
do.
basically just like rip up like some Godzilla madness, Donkey Kong shenanigans, vibes. A different form of like focus almost like appears on Dravik's face as he enters into combat. The bloodlust begins to take over again, like it would usually do, and his face would generally distort. Instead, this time, it almost like his eyes almost become like pinpricks rather than enlarging to full glow. And he has the same level of ferocity, but it's almost like a concentrated rage, as if using the pain of semi-withdrawals as he becomes more and more hungry as time goes on, to focus his attacks. And he's going to just get up there by Teos and start helping this buddy out. The first attack is going to hit. I'm also going to try and grapple him with that. The grapple check is a 16 on die plus 8, I believe.
Okay.
Yep. So 24 for grapple.
Grapple, and what's the damage?
The damage is going to be...
What was that to hit? I'm so sorry.
The to hit was a 22. Wait. Hold up.
22 does just hit.
Okay, it was a yes. Yep. And then the damage will be 13 points of damage. 12, sorry, not 13.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And that's going to happen. He's going to come in, spear stab, and then with the other arm, like lock in. 2 more blows are going to fall. One of them will not hit with a 5 on die. The other one is 24 to hit. That'll be my bonus action as well. The second attack is only going to do 6 points of damage. I basically kind of Nelson him a little bit and pull his arms back. And his opened chest is going to face you, Teos.
And as you can feel once, as you dig your claws into his shoulders, you pull his head back a little bit, and his eyes blaze with flame. He'll need you to make a dexterity saving.
That's some hellish rebuke.
Baby.
Sure is.
Dex throw. Oh, frick. 17. Dang it.
Ooh, okay. That'll be 27 fire damage.
Okay,
You're gonna have that because of evasion, and it'll be 13.
Great. I'm also going to use my reaction to deflect attacks. Is that possible? No, it's not, because it's fire damage. Thank you.
And not an attack roll.
And not an attack roll. Thank you. 13.
Plus a
Okay.
saving throw.
13 fire. Great.
13 fire.
I'm gonna hold on to him. I don't care.
Dude.
So there. I whisper in the back of his ear, and just is all of this worth it? This death and bloodshed. Is this what you want in life? And that'll be my turn.
I want everything, of which this is a subset. Moving on, we have a lot of.
Is Edward doing
no,
anything?
Edwin, I'm so sorry, Edwin,
Yes.
my friend.
I get to do fun things now.
Come on. Come
Yeah,
on.
you do.
You see Edwin do his classic, he's got his kind of fancy, show cape, robe on still, kind of Greatest Showman vibes. And he just, twirls majestically into the air. And
Yes, sir.
he moves. I'm gonna say he's he's definitely in the air. I'm gonna say he's wait, how do I need to move. I forget this thing. There.
I'm
About
gonna
there.
check your elevation. Don't worry about it.
And then I'm gonna start to cast a spell you've never seen Edwin cast before. You see, he kind of tosses his staff into the air a little bit, and then he just starts with his Tesla coils and his fingertips just start pouring electricity to the top of the staff as it kind of just floats. And then it just as it sort of starts building an orb bigger and bigger, and then it shoots towards. How do I make a spell effect in here? I don't even know.
You do.
But basically, you see where so there's the ladder thing up to the stairwell up to the top, right?
Yeah.
So not the first turn, but the second turn, here. Yeah, I'm gonna create a storm sphere there.
Okay.
And where it's my staff is gonna plant itself in the ground and start just emitting pulses of electricity. And you might want to just pull up the spell, it's really long. But it basically that area, 20-foot sphere, becomes difficult terrain. And I can, if a creature ends its turn there, or there's no one in the sphere right now, it takes 2d6 bludgeoning damage. And I can also, with a bonus action on each turn while I'm concentrating, zap someone for 46 damage.
Dude.
on a spell attack roll, I think. Yes, a ranged spell attack.
Thomas, is that about right?
Sorry, I was reading spell. It's 20 foot. Yes, that's perfect. So,
That is it.
basically, I'm trying to make it hard for people to get up the stairwell, and isolating them there.
Yeah.
And then I'm also so the people that are in that sphere need to take. Did they just take the damage?
I think so.
It makes a strength save or takes 2d6 bludgeoning.
So right now they do.
Yeah, when it appears or if they end their turn there.
Okay.
8 damage.
1
if they
second.
fail.
I am going to. What's this spell called?
Storm sphere.
Storm Sphere. The 4th level.
Okay.
This spell's sick. It's very.
That might be from Xanathar's. I'll figure out how to put that up in just a sec. In the meantime, I'm going to be rolling some saves. We've got 2 people certainly within it, and the third that's dubiously within it. I'm going to say that's 3. I'm going to say that's 3.
It's not a ton of damage, so it should be okay.
We also confirmed that Thomas and I did our turns in tandem. Is that correct? We did say that before. Great. I'd like to use my unmoved movement speed to move Mr. Gawain and just put his head into the storm sphere, because I do not take. I can freely move with the grappled creature.
You 2 will be occupying the same space. That is how a grapple works. So know that if you want it to affect him, it is going to affect you too.
Oh, it'll affect me too.
Now you have
Why not?
evasion,
I
you
do.
bastard. But and my saves were on die 2, 3, and 6.
You take 8 damage, dude, on for each of them. It's not a lot. I will then use my bonus action. What am I gonna do? Is this even helpful? Not enough. I'm just gonna zap a guy, the guy on the next highest level.
And I'll go ahead and I think you've already been intuiting this, but I'm gonna say you have pretty much visual over everything that's happening. You have the bird's eye view, as it were.
Yeah.
Oh, the big dog.
I
So
rolled.
use your action to conjure this sphere, yes?
Yes, I use my bonus action to
have it zap dude. Great.
Yeah. What's my it's a dirty 20 to hit
Okay.
the guy on the second level, and it's 13 lightning damage.
Okay, red.
Not 55.
For the huge minuses,
So
that
I don't think it was that.
because they had a lot more HP than this. Yeah, I'm obviously not using quite these stat blocks. The images help.
Okay.
I was gonna say that's a Death Knight, man.
Yeah, bro.
He's not quite a Death Knight, but he's closer than you.
Yay.
Yeah, that will be my turn.
Yeah.
My goal being to slow people down.
Come on.
Okay, awesome. After you, these guys are gonna go ahead and take their turns. The bad dude is gonna go ahead and stand here. He's just going. You know what? He thinks. Well, okay. He could do to use some magic as the sort of I don't know what to call them, but like sort of the Knight of the Order of Lucifer that as the order will go to. Exciting. Strides up to Knights of St. Order. He grins smugly as a cone of black flame appears to him, and Knights are going to go ahead and make some dex saves. They will also fail. Somehow I'm going to below 10. Not yet. Now that was not as bad damage. Fire is going to consume the knight briefly, and they rise kind of casting and breathless. Cultists, baby. They're going to stride up to these knights. A couple of them are going to take out, one of them's going to take out a bow and name it Edwin. Edwin, oh, that's super gonna hit you. Edwin, oh, I love if you could take 18 piercing damage.
I did roll a
there-
concentration check and did pass.
Good. Good.
Okay, great. And there, okay. Well, there go the low numbers. They're gonna miss a bunch on the Knights of the Order up north.
It is my
So-
time to depart, so adios,
It is.
brothers.
Okay,
Hey,
promise. Look out.
take care.
Bye.
And we'll get the low initiatives out of the way, Dan first and the rest of the cultists, and then we'll, I think say go for now.
Dan,
So
Dan, go ahead, do your thing, Mac.
Matt,
Okay.
go ahead.
Mac is going to actually tuck behind this little wall here.
Yeah,
He's gonna send his flying face out here, about almost exactly where he is, and I need Gwylith to make an intelligence saving throw, please.
yeah, my boy Gawain. All right. It's not gonna be super high.
Hey yo, come on.
What is the effect?
What is the effect? Well, from my flying face, basically a beam of psychic energy erupts from the center of his forehead at him, and he's going to take 32 psychic damage.
Bro.
And if he doesn't pass the save, he's incapacitated until the end of my next turn, I believe.
Bro.
Does a 10 pass?
A 10 does not pass until the
He's gonna go
start
ahead
of your
and run
next
a
turn.
legendary resistance on that.
Ah.
Now, I admittedly have not talked to Blake about whether he will have legendary resistances in the campaign to come. But for now, I'm going to treat Gawain as a legendary. I have a feeling that Blake will be satisfied.
Mhm.
Pot Carl.
So sad.
What was that?
So-
It's called it's new.
Ralphin's Psychic Lance.
Yeah,
what it is.
Rowlitham's
Very,
Psychic
very
Lance.
well.
Yeah, that's
Fun.
nice. That's really it
Make
makes
It
fun.
can hit from anywhere if you speak the target's name.
Hmm.
It's so cool.
It's cool. It's like Yondu's arrow, but psychic energy. It's cool.
Yeah, that's sick.
Anyway, yeah. So,
I'm done.
Kurt, go ahead.
Yep. Okay, so right here, is this 5 feet?
Yeah.
Like, am I gonna get, am I
yeah.
gonna get sneak attack on that guy? Okay.
Yeah, you are.
Okay, so I'll run here, and then I'll run the 20 feet. Wait, do I get... That was... Oh, was that 10 feet right there?
Yep.
Give or take.
Am I okay
Big
to
enough.
go all the way, or... I only have 30 feet of movement, so in reality I only go to about here.
So yeah, you can go to there, and you did just pick up a bunch of daggers, so you do have throwing weapons, notably.
True. Yeah. I want to go melee though. So I'm gonna throw a dagger at this guy. That will be a 13 to hit.
13 will not make it, I think.
Okay. Alrighty. So the dagger will go and hit off his armor, and Curse is just gonna chill there and fumbling around with the other dagger and getting ready with the second dagger. Pass turn.
Okay. The cultists that are still in the solar sphere, go ahead and take some next saves. And a terrible, terrible cultist will hit. So they're taking extra damage. Oh, that is more extra damage than I would have liked.
Oh my comforter. That would have been on the list.
Right.
Okay. Part of my manual adjusting of all of these numbers.
That's okay, mate.
They're going to go ahead and move here. And here, and he's going to go ahead and dash up yonder. He's going to go ahead and call down weapons right here. So these Knights of the Order. Oh my goodness. These Knights of the Order may just be delivered. Okay. Well, that's rough for them. And he's gonna call down weapons. I think on y'all, Chaos and Gravik. I would love for y'all to make a dexterity saving.
Only if Gawain makes his with disadvantage.
Oh, he surely shall.
Good. I'm gonna nat 20 on that and take 0 damage. Thank you.
Do you hate me? You just not
Yes.
want me to kill you at all?
Sorry, honey. Dravik isn't done until 2 more campaigns, actually, so you can't kill him. He's got too much plot armor.
Here. Chaos, how's that? About 10? Okay. Chaos, that's not gonna make. So we're looking at
Half damage, barbarian, whatever.
that's 15 slashing. That is, because you're a barbarian, nonetheless halved to 7.
Come on, baby. Come on.
15, despite rolling fiddling, he's going to fail. Is going to pass because of his paladin's aura.
Woof.
You can see a burning resolve is all that guards him from this rain of spears and blades. And as the last to move on the turn, Gawain, before anything else, as is the command of his order by pride, remove his helmet. And before you, with, well, I'll wait till Blake comes for that description.
Come on.
But regardless, his burning eyes and black shade are going to strike out at the one who is trapped.
No.
Is that something you can do now? That's so exciting.
It's the new. My AC is 18.
Well, 17 on die is going to make.
I suppose.
Are you going to be deflecting attacks on this one?
I'll do it with the first one that hits.
Yeah. Your roll your d10. There's a total of 17 slashing for you so far.
Okay.
And there is 12 fire, which you will not be soaking.
Right. D10. How much was the slashing?
17.
Okay, I'm gonna reduce 14 of that. So I'll take 3, and then how much fire damage did you say?
12.
12. Okay, 15 total. Great.
Okay.
Woof.
Second attack is going to be what you put it to hit.
Okay.
Okay. Well, that's okay. That's gonna be flashing and fire don't matter anymore, do they? Okay, then I can just add that up to 22 plus 12 is 34 damage between slashing and fire.
Wow. As his blade goes back and sinks into Dravik's abdomen, he falls to the ground.
And so,
Unconscious. Yeah.
in the first round of combat, Edwin immediately soars to the roof, conjures a storming spear, and begins raining electricity on the opponent. The knights are mobilized. They're clearing off the hit points. They're isolating the enemy from you. Chaos and Dravik immediately storm Gawain. Biggest guy in town, first guy to die. They know they know what they need to do. They do it. Chaos with flowing golden wings rushes up. Dravik sprinting on all fours, climbs straight up the hill. Curse slinking on the sidelines is just getting easy damage in on these cultists, picking off the stragglers, and Matt sends a lance of psychic energy that just barely misses its mark. And by some unseen hellish force.
I will say during combat, for
Yeah.
Curse, he is probably the most okay, you haven't seen Curse in too much combat, but you've noticed that because he doesn't have his cards, he's much more melee driven. He doesn't like throwing knives, he likes throwing cards. So he's not as good at throwing daggers as he is cards. So he will prefer to go dual-handed instead when he fights.
And that makes sense. After a card where the weight is all here, Edwin, you can feel the dagger is unwieldy. You almost want to lean it back here, but it's not the same, and the weight is off. And because the weight is off, your first dagger flies sideways. And Gawain, blood fire in his eyes, begins the combat by felling Dravik. Smiles and greets Teos. Teos' challenge with a challenge zone. You will see that challenge through at the start of the next section.
Come on.
This is a fun little, like, heck. I mean, my runtime, like, we only had like an hour-long session.
Yeah.
In reality.
That's good.
No,
Really, really
absolutely.
quick session.
It's been really fun.
Yeah.
I knew I wanted to give y'all a sort of a more combat-heavy side quest, and like I'm loving that this doesn't really feel like a side quest. Just because of I've been able to like get a real character beat out of it for Dravik. Little guy just does his own thing, makes character beats wherever he goes. Obviously Vulcan is gonna have a fit. I don't know. It's I've heard from y'all that the first, we would prefer a bit more blood than we had in the Blingdenstone saga.
Right.
Here it is. Blood of
We've definitely had our fair share of combat in the last 4 sessions.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's all been in one rest.
Yeah.
I know.
What do you do?
I need a long rest ASAP.
Hey, me
Need
too.
is such a. Come on. Do you need it or do you just want it?
I'm not. I really want it right now. I don't desperately need it right now, but we're approaching desperate.
Have
We're
you
at-
used your arcane rest yet?
Well, that's only on a short rest.
It is on
Yeah.
a short rest.
Yeah.
I have not. No, I have. I have used the arcane rest, arcane recovery. I mean, I'm at full hit points, and the great thing about my face is that I can just hide behind things, and my face can take all the damage it wants, and it won't go nowhere
Yeah.
unless it's dispelled, which then that's a very sad day for Mac.
Right.
That's a very, very sad day for Mac.
And how many more spells can you cast through the face now at this point?
3.
Okay. Oh yeah, so you still have a little bit of energy through that, so you probably have more slots there than you have spell slots at this point.
Sorry, only 1.
Ah. Yeah.
Yep.
But man, that's so fun. What you can do is you have to get DM's permission to bypass the whole dimension door problem thing with size. But no, you could thunderstep this. What you can do is you take your little book floating thing guy and you bring it over to someone and you cast thunderstep with them. Dimension door with it or whatever. Thunderstep will create that area, or Dimension Door, depending on who the DM is, can teleport guys within. So then what you do is you just stand in the back, bring your head in, float it in, then teleport the guys back. It's really cool.
I don't want them near me. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, man.
It really is.
When Curse misses, there's just not a lot Curse does. There's just not. Oh man,
A couple of those classes, rogue, especially where if you don't hit, then you don't do a lot of your things.
well. I don't have much for bonus action stuff, and for how
You're
my
telling me.
character, for how my character is designed, it's like right now the character is dual wielding, so then I can in melee, then I can go, and I have Nick for the for the Kalish.
Yep.
Hmm?
Yeah, you can in one
Yeah.
action. You can just.
So
Yeah, I think. Well, the trade-off is that like those that are like kind of one-hit wonders versus like not. Is it if you're a one-hit
More
wonder,
consistent.
you can do a lot as long as you hit.
Yep.
The other
Yeah.
one, like you don't do quite as big of a thing.
Mhm.
You have to like, land. So like for monks especially, it's like you can do a lot of damage if you land every attack,
Mm-hmm.
but you can more consistently do at least a little bit of damage. Or like same
Right.
thing, honestly, same thing kind of for barbarians too.
Oh,
Like they hit, if they hit a lot, then they do more damage, but it's less of like I hit you once like a paladin, and I
Yeah.
smite the crap out of you, and then I do this massive damage that's only
It's
gonna
good
happen in
douche.
one hit. You know.
I could have just
How
bonus
many
action
rogues-
dashed. I could have just bonus action dashed over to the guy and then melee hit him, and then use the
Right.
then I could have swiped him with the dagger and got 2 attacks in. I
Mhm.
didn't think about that. Oh well. Curse isn't in a nice
rogues
headspace
have-
right now.
Oddly similar play patterns.
Who?
Say that again.
Hmm?
Say that again. Tom.
Paladins and rogues have oddly similar play patterns.
Yeah.
That way, where it's sort of you use your bonus action and your attack, your first attack, for like one really strong hit. For rogues, that takes the form of hiding and then attacking from hiding.
Mm-hmm.
But for paladins, it's like, you know, you attack, bonus action, use your smite.
Yeah.
And of
Mhm.
course, now that status part about the modern divine smite change is that now barbarians can no longer smite.
Yep.
That is a little unfortunate,
Yeah.
but also makes complete sense. And now that Path of the Zealot is so
Correct.
kind of forward, like so clearly presented as part of the sort of barbarian canon, you've kind of got that vibe anyhow, and it's very much smiting,
No, for sure.
even in a more singular way than the modern paladin.
It's a real missed opportunity if we don't add the deck of many things for curse here.
Oh. Oh.
Now that's a good point. Now,
That I didn't. I thought about it, but I was like, "You're not gonna give me the deck of many things."
you should have texted me if you had thought about it.
I-
Text me
I-
whenever you think of things.
Well, I thought about it for like 2 minutes, and I'm like, it's not gonna happen. Curse is just not.
So-
It's too chaotic of a deck.
So my thoughts are, we did the one shot yesterday, and we've introduced the Hand of Vecna into the universe,
Ooh.
and yeah, ever since then I've just been on like a classic D&D train. Like, let's just like lean into the tropes. Like, let's like lean into like the classic items and just people and places, and just like really freaking D&D it out. And I'm like, the deck of many things is just one of those popular things. I just thought about it. I'm like, if we don't add the deck of many things, a possible missed opportunity for someone who loves cards.
Mhm.
The only issue with this is I guess you have little guy, but like you have no other person other than little guy to go for and intensely use it, because all the other characters, just like the bag, are no, don't use it, get rid of it. So that would be the
Also,
thing.
The deck of many things. First of all, I love the idea of it appearing in either Avernus. Avernus would be crazy. Like trading something for a deck of many pull would be wild.
Mhm.
And or Spelljammer from Thomas.
Yeah.
I think that both of those would be wild first includes. But I also really like Curse with it. But I think Curse would either draw none of it or draw all of it, depending on the day, and there would not be an in between, I do not think.
Yeah.
Um,
I love the idea.
Well, unless he pulls pulls out death and he just gets killed and then he can't pull any more cards.
Now that's accurate, yeah. So the problem with Curse is if he draws something good from the deck of many things,
Two
he's gonna
wishes.
want to draw again.
Yeah.
draws something bad from the deck of many things, he's gonna want to draw until he finds something good. And when he draws that something good, he's gonna want to draw again.
So, well,
Yeah,
the
that's
only
the addict's
thing,
brain.
the
Is there a
only,
type
yeah,
of many things involved, or what?
we're just saying what if.
I said it's a missed
Theory.
opportunity if we don't add the deck of many things for curse.
That's like the last, like, the reward that Curse gets at the end of the campaign would be the deck of many things. And just maybe one card is drawn, and then that's the end. Curtains close after that.
We never get to see which card it is.
Yeah. Oh,
Clearly
oh my gosh.
I love the idea that if y'all succeed in this campaign, something is gonna recognize your success and give you like themed gifts, almost like epic boons.
Mhm.
That used to be what epic boons were for.
Right.
They were like gifts for a job well done, essentially.
I
Like,
didn't
they
know
were-
that boons were a thing before on D&D.
They were. They
Yeah.
were magical gifts that powerful beings could grant to you.
Now they're just level 20 abilities.
Now they are,
Treasure.
but that there's no reason that has to be so.
True.
And I love the idea of like some of y'all get an epic boon, some of y'all get. I love the idea of Curse getting like 3 pulls from a deck of many.
Yeah.
Yeah. Little guy, well, we'll see what little guy would get. But you know,
Little guy gets 1 foot taller and is called average height guy. He's just an average guy.
now he's just called Guy. Now I'm thinking up what boons y'all should get at the end of the campaign. Boy, it would be a shame not to. I usually don't think that far ahead, as a rule. So much changes over the course of the campaign, and I never know
Mhm.
like where y'all's characters are going to be.
I gotta have gigantism. And be casually just 5 feet tall.
Little guy actually turns into a Tarask.
There we go.
Dude,
He just gets true polymorph, turns into a
And Tarask reborn.
Yep, and then just decides to keep the form.
Hey, all I know is that a Tarask is very much possibly in the future of our campaigns.
Oh, it is. Yeah,
Guys.
yeah.
absolutely. The giants have the skull.
They have the skull.
Which giants and where? That's a super interesting question.
Well, the stone giants have the skull,
Yes,
but where?
so the book has an answer to that question, as a matter of fact.
Which book?
Out of the Abyss.
I figured it did.
Really?
Dan, I don't know if you wanna like talk about that in front of if you're okay talking about that in front of everyone.
No,
Okay.
I doubt my plans are similar to the books, honestly. But
Yeah. There's a group of stone giants in Gracklestew,
Ooh.
and they're the group that grabs the Tarask skull.
let's do it. Yeah, we keep it canon.
Okay, great.
Tom,
Mhm.
I would like to fuse my head to the Tarask skull and become
That-
a Tarask.
That doesn't make any sense.
You know how Pokemon? Okay, you know how Pokemon sometimes you have to give them an item and then they evolve.
I do
There you
know
go.
that.
Alright.